TRVL. So it's quite interesting because TRVL is yesterday I was at the pub and on by the river in London, and my friend Dan, he was like, I'm his TRVL buy boy. So he was like, I could buy it on Coinbase wallet, but I'm gonna pay stupid amount in fees. So he he sent me money and he said, I want you to buy me some. So okay, fine. And so he wanted me to market buy TRVL for him yesterday. Market buy. He was buying £1,000 worth of TRVL, and so on Bybit I market bought. Here, this red candle here is my candle. This one here. It was about 4:30, 4:45, 5 p.m. Just went all the way up. How much did he buy? Yeah, it's quite a lot of volume. And look where we are now. So it was the right time, and timing was right. It's good to time things right. On average, where was the average buy price that I did for him? So you see the point of control is at the lows. Most of the volume was in the lows in that. Let me just go straight to that candle. Actually, yeah. You see the volume in that buy up was actually in the lows. Point of controls there. So price is up 8%, 8-9% already. Amazing. Anyway, that was just kind of fun. What's happening with TRVL? Well, let's have a look at the. So I did kind of say he's gonna love me. I don't know. I did say that we were kind of at a good place, right? For the price to kind of stop and reverse. And look at this. We've already had a little bit of a bullish reaction. What's interesting is that I had this fib time, and I have it from the all-time low to this 12-cent pivot high. I've got it. I had last week ending on the 618, and look, we've already seen a failure of the increasing volume, and the price has failed to go low. You see, that's basically what that means. Yeah, you see, increasing volume is the most volume on a weekly basis on Bybit ever. You see that? And look what's happened to the price. It's not gone anywhere. It's literally gone down maybe 2 or 3%. It's closed lower than the previous day close, but actually you've had a higher low on the wick. You see that? Higher low are the lows, and we've actually closed lower, but it's a miserable bear close for the bears. Like if the bears are truly in control, you'd have, with all of this volume, you'd be going down much quicker and much faster. So it's actually quite a bullish hold here with that doji at the lows, increasing volume. It looks bearish, but it's not. Okay, and so naturally you've got an immediate buy up from last night, and maybe this is it. Maybe this is the turning point for, who knows? You know, no one really knows, but it's starting to look nice. Yeah. So what I was talking about was some kind of bottoming pattern, and everyone wants to see a bottoming pattern. Right now I'm seeing potentially a little bit of an inverse head and shoulders here, potentially. See that? And we've still got that outer trend line. And I was talking about safety. If people don't feel comfortable just trying to catch lows, what you want to do is just wait for that outer trend line to break and then just buy a back test. And in this context, what I want to see is that high here taken out. And if we do get back above that golden pocket, then naturally it'll be easy to buy, because you can just buy a higher high, look for the higher low, into support, breaking that trend line, looking for the golden pocket. You'll be ending up buying slightly higher. But if you do see that kind of price action, then I think we could all kind of confidently say that this correction or this down move is over. Correction, down move, call it what you want. And then you're looking for higher prices. Now, the next question will be whether we go up impulsively or we just kind of go up in a really nice kind of boring, slow fashion. Okay. I think we want impulse. But we also want to take out 12 cents. We need to take out 15 cents. Yeah. So whatever happens, if we do impulse, I want us to go up and take out that high. If we don't impulse, if it's just kind of like really met, that's possible. And so then we'll just have a really kind of slow ascent. It's kind of similar to what we had here, a slow ascent here. And then we have to see what happens. Yeah, if we have a slow ascent, who knows? Like, it's hard to predict because this is quite unusual kind of price action. And maybe it's reflective of the spot market or a market where there's no derivative. I don't know. Other than that, I think there's potential for the bottom to be in, yeah, alongside everything else, alongside every other coin, every other token. Potentially the bottom's in. And then signs of strength will be just to get back above certain levels, like the point of control, this value area. So we're coming into quite an important area now. 3.3.5, 3.4, 3.5. If we can kind of find strength and do this breakout and kind of back test, then maybe we can have a really nice impulsive move. Who knows? Let's see. Really bullish on TRVL, as everyone pretty much already knows. So nothing's changed in my sentiment when it comes to TRVL. Let me have a look at the Telegram. If it opens, let me have a look. Do you see that? No, I have to change my screen. Oh, there it is. Yeah, Telegram. So there it is. It's good to keep an eye on this. Cynthia's been active. She's talking about the tokenomics. Kind of lots of questions about the tokenomics and Travala. Some conversations about Travala and how they did their you know, how they went forward and how we're going forward and whether we're doing similar stuff. So look here, look, Cynthia writes, the question is this. So James writes, the first stage of integration is launching shortly. We'll announce it when it's live. So look, this is a question. When can we expect integration with Travala, Wally05? James writes, the first stage of integration is launching shortly. We'll announce it when it's live. Shortly. So, I mean, it's better than never. Shortly is better than never. Or in next year. And then the Cynthia weighs in. Where did she go again? Oh my God, I've lost it. Here. Where did Cynthia weigh in? Lost it. We're testing out directing people from Travala to Dtravel for specific cities if people are looking for short-term rentals. This will drive more traffic and ultimately bookings. The increased revenue, there'll be more buybacks. So they're trying some things out, maybe not exactly what people had in mind. Maybe this is just like a quicker path to try and get some kind of exposure to Travala without having a full integration, and then seeing what happens. And maybe then we're gonna get the volume, and then that's gonna help drive the price up, and then maybe then they'll be able to develop more kind of permanent or whatever integration. I don't know, actually. That's what it looks like. Here, look, Kitty Commie saying, is the integration working like a widget inside the Travala app, or it will look like the actual Travala listed hotel but labeled as rental home? I asked because as far as I remember, Travala worked with Expedia's engine in the background. However, Dtravel is supposed to connect host and guest directly. Does Cynthia answer? Yeah, so Cynthia answers. Initially, it will be a banner while we work on the full integration, which will actually show listing results. And when you click on it, it will redirect travel to the Dtravel powered listing. So exactly what I thought. Initially, it's going to be some kind of widget or something, some kind of connection like that, or some kind of link that refers. I don't know how. And then later on, they'll be looking for some kind of full integration, probably with some kind of API, because they'll probably want to integrate into other platforms in the future potentially, and so they'll probably want some kind of standardization with regards to that. Anyway, so it's quite interesting conversations on Telegram. Definitely worth having a look and keeping up to date. And the community is thriving, you know, really good community, to be honest with you. Craig is saying we can. Oh, Craig, welcome. You have 650 TRVL. It's a lot, huh? So at one point, at the all-time high, you've made 1,000 bucks. Great price to accumulate, absolutely. And when is the Lambo? Well, you can buy a Lambo. I'll probably end up buying a Porsche. Or a Ferrari, actually. I don't know. Or an Aston Martin. Who knows? You're away on that. All right. Definitely keep up to date. I think it's TRVL is so undervalued. I can't describe my shock actually at people's inability to see the future. And so it does give me confidence in myself, but I also lose confidence in humanity because, like, coming onto base, you know what that means, and I don't know. I don't think people want to get rich. Just want to be poor. Anyway, that's TRVL. Let's start looking at some other things now. So I'm going to go back to my charts. I'm just going to quickly have it. If you guys want to have anything else, just let me know. Yeah, Odibel says I've never heard of TRVL apart from it on here. It seems strong. It's not just an